what I'm going to do today is fill up a body, prioritising down from weaknesses down to strength, so a little bit different than normal. I'm going to be doing chest after shoulders, going to be doing biceps right at the end, so basically all my strengths will come at the end with just a few sets. It means that priority wise all of my body's going to get smashed, and as my blood sugar runs low, then naturally those stronger body parts are going to have the energy to put the same effort into them. So it's a natural kind of selection that I've done over the past 2 years, right through my off season, where weaker body parts have come first, have taken all the energy, and then rather than leaving it to another day to do things like biceps, triceps and chest, which is strengths, just tag them on at the end there. So that's what we're going to do today, the whole kind of upper body all in one workout. Yeah, so basically we'll start the workout with shoulders, unusually, but I'll always do it this way. My main weakness is my width on my shoulders, and so my focus is on that, always aiming to get wider. Naturally I've got the tiniest of bone structures. In fact, going up to secondary school, me and my brother were the smallest in going up to secondary school, including the girls, so there's that weakness to fight against to bring balance to my physique. So muscle thickness is never really a problem for me as a natural bodybuilder, but width is something that I'm aiming for and is my priority. So focus on lots of different laterals to kind of pack mass on the side delts, and then certainly on the rear delts to give that illusion of width from all angles as well. But like I said, mainly focusing on the sides. Here you see me doing now a rear delt after doing that standing side laterals. I've just got my head on the bench to kind of take some of the momentum out of it to start with. Naturally, with a tendency to want to get stronger in my shoulders, I tend to cheat a little bit on all my laterals, and so starting with my head on the bench and then come off just to fire out some reps to just get an extra burn in the rear delt. So this is a really good exercise for me to start. From there I go straight over to an exercise which has been really productive for me over the last 2-3 years, and something I discovered, and it's on the pec deck. It's just, again, it's a rear lateral using the pec deck machine and sat on it in reverse, so not the conventional way that it should be used, but I'm quite strong on this. I can feel it's very productive. I get a real contraction in the rear delts and stuff, and so it's nice and controlled for me, and I stay fairly injury free on this one. So it's one I really enjoy sort of working hard, and I do one drop set on this, as you've just seen. So drop the weight once and then try and fire out as many reps as I can. Again, I like to keep my form quite good on this one, which is why I do the drop set, to make sure I'm getting the best out of it without losing my form too much on this one. I then do a single arm rear row, so it's another rear delt exercise, so kind of really pounding them. And just looking back at this video, my form's not brilliant on this at all, but in fact I really can feel this in the rear delt, whether it's from the work that's already been done and the contractions and the warm-ups that I've already done. But it's good to see these videos myself, so not only am I helping you guys and letting you follow me, but I'm kind of educating myself on whether I need to work on my flexibility and whether I can get a little bit more out of these exercises. So do again a drop set, starting with my right shoulder, which is slightly weaker in balance and size, and then I'll do the same on the left. I'll then unusually go back to a side laterals. I've done a cable laterals which you've missed, but I'll then go finish on the side laterals. By now my delts are kind of screaming, but this is just like my main focus exercise, so I just like to go back to it again and just rep out and pump out and make sure that I've absolutely exhausted the delts and got the best out of them. Like I say, I have all my body parts apart from calves. This is the one that I really want the growth on. This is the one that I feel will make the difference towards the end of 2012, and so I've got this illusion and this vision of having just wider shoulders, and so that's the one that I'm powering out on. Yeah, so after I've done my shoulders, usually with sort of lighter weights and just focusing on feeling that, then it's on to some of the heavier work with my traps and the shrugs. I've just done the rear rows as well on the dumbbells for the rear delts, which you've missed, so maybe see that next time. But with this one, I like to go fairly moderate to fairly heavy, as heavy as my weak link, which is my grip, allows. With my grip being quite weak, tend to have to do kind of almost a triple drop with this. As soon as I lose my grip, just drop, repick, so that I can really thrash my traps and make sure they work to the max and really exhausted on this one. I could use aids, could use wrist straps, which would allow me to work my traps hard and keep that grip, but I want to get the balance in my forearms. I want to make sure that my forearms and my grip's getting stronger, so I force that to happen by being aware that I've got to keep continuing to build up that strength so I can do this exercise properly without the aids and without the help of the straps. Usually do one set and then drop the weight and do another set almost straight after that, where I'll maybe get like 6, 7, 8 reps out just to completely exhaust the traps on this one. But yeah, it's a good exercise for me. So basically, normally I'll stick with, like I said, the basic exercises. I don't normally do like pull downs. We'll normally do chins. Today, like I say, I want to compress this workout into short space of time, make sure I recover properly to go again hard the next time. So some of the exercises I'm doing here is sticking with the machines I would normally do. I normally want to go on the freer exercises like chins, bent over rows, maybe T-bar rows, and those would be a little bit more taxing on the central nervous system, taxing on the body. But like I say, these are my strengths, these are my body parts which are strong, and so I'm not going to sacrifice on my weaker body parts and make sure I aim to the recovery for my legs, calves, shoulders, things like that by working on the exercises that I'm already strong at in those body parts. So it's a little bit different today. Like I said, some of the exercises you see me do here I wouldn't normally do. Definitely stay away from a lot of the cable stuff. So it's a little bit different today, a little bit of a one-off. So from there I'll just go into a close grip pull-ups just to hit my lower back, just to finish it off really. My lower back is really strong, really thick. So this is, like I say, just to finish off, just to keep it kind of ticking over and maintain the mass that I've got. Then I like to usually T-bar row, usually T-bar free row, but at this point my back's hammered. Now normally I just like to continue to hammer it really. As far as I'm concerned, too many people train as if their muscles are their friend. Your muscles aren't your friends, do you know what I mean? They're your enemy, so you kind of batter them into submission, beat them into submission, do whatever it takes, but don't treat your body like it's something that you've got to, like it's something precious, like it's glass. It's going to get you the results if you're willing to put the effort in, if you're willing to take it to task, and you're willing to demand the best of it by beating it, by battering it, and continue to push heavier and heavier weights, no matter what your body screams at you, no matter what your body says about you should stop, about this is dangerous, about this is risky. You're in charge. You take charge. It's you versus the iron. Your muscles will usually side on the side of the weights, but your mind can side on the side of victory, and that's when it takes over, and that's when it gets the very best out of each and every workout. It goes past the limits that should have been set for it. It goes from the impossible to the possible. So again, really unusual, but my chest is almost at the end of the workout, and at the moment just struggling with some rotator cuff damage. So at the moment on this, I'm doing everything on the Smith machine. It's just a couple of sets on chest. I'm putting it on the incline and focusing on getting the stress onto my upper chest, and so just working with half movements and this, going as far as is comfortable without that stress, going on the rotator cuff. I can really feel it pulling, and then I go into a closer grip one, almost straight away where the grip's a bit closer. I can really feel it on the upper pecs, on the inside, with no stress really on the shoulder joint. So that's all this one's for at the moment. It's maintaining the muscle mass that I've got. Fortunately, my chest is a strong point, so and I can afford to do that at this stage. And then to finish with my arms, and again just a couple of sets on these triceps push downs. Again, my form could be better on this, but really kind of rushed through this workout. Well, not rushed, but it's been at a good pace. Like I said, the priority was to make sure I recovered for the leg session next, and so in my head this was going to be done. I was going to do what I needed to do, but my focus is totally in recovering for that next leg session. So the rest period was shorter today. I'm going to just now do one drop set, and this is just basically for my left arm. I don't do a separate single arm extension for my right, in that this just brings out the balance. My left tricep is slightly smaller, and so this is something I've done over the last year and a half, which has brought out balance. Just one last drop set on the left arm only, and then straight from this go straight over to bicep curls again today, so that I'm not stressing the central nervous system. I'm isolating nearly everything on the machines, which, like I said, I wouldn't normally do, and just do a bicep curl on the machine to finish. Short and sharp, not many sets at all, but kind of pleased with that in the end. You could possibly sense some of my disappointment and anger that came through in some of those sets. That stemmed from knowing that I wasn't fully recovered, knowing that I've not done everything I should have done to recover, and that's hit my central nervous system hard. These are mistakes that I can't afford in the long run over the full prep. I'm glad I've made the mistake early, and I'm going to learn from that mistake, but changes are going to be made. My sessions are going to be better from now on. You're going to see that. I'm going to be fully recovered, but this is me signing out for now. This is Jason Barnett saying I love God, I love people, I love life. Okay, let's go home.